What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, bringing you another incredibly strong team for the Open Great League. Now, I can't take credit for creating this team. In fact, I can't even take credit for being the first content creator to feature this team. And Adequince, I know, featured this team a few days ago, and he's actually the reason that I ran it myself because I saw the potential that there was with this team. He also mentioned that there's a lot of other incredibly strong battlers succeeding with this team, so I decided to give it a shot myself. Now, if y'all aren't already subscribed to Adequince, I know a lot of you are not, head over to his channel. I will link it up here. Also, I will link it in the description down below if you want to check it out after this video. Make sure you head over there. He is without a doubt one of the top battlers in the world. Like I consider myself a pretty strong battler, but in Adequince it's like 5 to 10 levels above me. Absolutely. Like I learned something every single video that I watch of his. So make sure you head over to his channel, hit that subscribe button if you want to get better at this game, because you definitely will. All right, so we're gonna jump on into some of these battles. Leave a like, leave a comment. Now, I will say this team requires a lot of baiting. Right here, you can already see me going for the Poison Fang bait against this opposing Nidoqueen. We read this team, by the way. I've seen this team a couple times with Swampert, Walrein, and Nidoqueen in the back, so I knew I had to be ready for the Nidoqueen swap, and I swapped in as quick as I could. They did still get a single Poison Jab energy lead, but I figured if I can get both shields, then really Goon can even close this out with Night Slash. I called their first Poison Fang because I knew they were going to bait me. So we're in a great spot right here. So I could actually be building up, going for the next Earth Power. I don't think, oh, I do show this. But I expect the catch here onto Walrein, and yes, they try to catch. So we can go now for the Cross Chop. Cross Chop will be putting the Walrein pretty low. Won't be taking them out, but they do have some energy, so they might be able to take out my Goon right here. It's gonna be pretty close. Yeah, the Icicle Spear does quite a bit. They get 2 more Powder Snows. Now, they just threw their Earth Power, so I don't have to be at my Earth Power. I just have to be ahead on energy. So I throw 1 Poison Jab, I throw the Poison Fang. Even if they get to their own Poison Fang here, it won't take me out. So we make it to the next Earth Power, and this is going to boom their Nidoqueen, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'd ran into this team a few times before I saw Inadequince put a video out on it, and I just didn't understand it because I was thinking, Nidoqueen, there's no shot that that's a good safe swap. However, I have one back swap from a ton of ghost types, everything from Sableye, Alolan Marowak. Trevenant's one of the easier ones to win back switch from. Even Cofagrigus, I have one back switch with my Nidoqueen. Again, you got to be heavy on the bait game. It's pretty tough to do on some of them. But most people don't want to get hit with an Earth Power, especially from a Shadow Nidoqueen. So I typically get shields. Like I've won switch from several Galarian Stunfisk, which is just crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, it actually works really well as a switch. Now you do have to use your shields, and that's not my normal playstyle. So if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you're used to my playstyle of kind of using your safe swap to get shield advantage and then bringing in your lead. This isn't the team, right? This team is very different from my normal playstyle. You're going to go down shields, but you're going to get alignment because Goon and Skarmory make a pretty strong core. They cover each other's weaknesses. Goon, fairly inflexible. Skarmory, fairly inflexible, but what they do, they do very well. So you get that switch advantage and you just win. All right, so looking at this one, they're going to be coming out here with a Registeel. Now this game, I do make a big misplay. What I'm featuring here is battles from a 9-in-1, 2 sets, 9-in-1. You can see the climbs that I got just for those 2 sets from 26.98 to 28.13. So I'm going to go ahead and shield up the Focus Blast here. I figure that's the only move that's really going to be hitting my Nidoqueen, and I'm going to be going straight for the Earth Powers. Now I know they still have a Galarian Stunfisk at very low health. It should be in Poison Jab downrange. And of course I got my Skarmory here. So I'm expecting them to be dumping energy here and then trying to snipe me with their Galarian Stunfisk, since that does put me deep into the red. So I build up to the Earth Power and I swap instead of throwing it. Like I thought they were gonna catch or something crazy, and they stay in. So like that's kind of a misplay on me. because now they're going to be able to take out my Skarmory. But that's not the big misplay, right? Like, that's still something I can recover from. I got the energy here. They come in with Stunfisk, and I try to farm down instead of throwing the Poison Fang, and that's what loses me the game. If I would have just thrown the Poison Fang, I could have easily still got to an Earth Power against the Registeel, and we still would have won that game. But hey, that's the one loss I took out of these 2 sets, so I can't be too mad about it. It was still a winnable game, but definitely a tough one. And one thing y'all will notice is a lot of these teams are going to be ABA or even AAA, like triple weak to Obstagoon. So Goon is just such a good lead right now. Anyways, Sableye comes in, we go straight for the Earth Power, it connects, and now we're going for the Poison Fang. This should be grabbing a shield, or it does give me switch advantage, and it grabs a shield now. The lead here wasn't terrible. I'm happy seeing the lead eater spot. Now they do have 9 Shadow Claws of energy, so I know they're going to be going for the blind return here. So I'm going to come in with Skarmory, and I'm going to catch this resisted return on Skarmory, wasting all their energy and taking out the Sableye. Drapion comes back in. Drapion, not the best answer for Skarmory, so they might be weak to Skarmory in the back. I'm going to go ahead and bank a Sky Attack and come in with Goo. Did I catch the crunch? No, I did not, but this is a non-Shadow Drapion. We tank it, and in the back, it is going to be Vigoroth. So yes, another Pokemon weak to Skarmory. You'd love to see it. We're going to go for this cross chop to get some nice chip damage, and then I'm going to be coming back in with Skarmory. Of course, Skarmory does take neutral damage from these counters that Vigoroth is throwing, but the body slams are going to be resisted. The bulldoze would also be resisted, so I go ahead and no-shield the first one, and then I'm going to be throwing the Sky Attack after throwing one more Air Slash. Now, they're 1 counter away from the next body slam. I think they actually have it right now. So they actually decided to shield Vigoroth, but I have 2 shields, so I guess they were trying to get as much counter damage as possible. They throw the body slam at the last second, and I will shield it up, but all they have left is this Drapion. I have a Brave Bird ready to go. Skarmory does big damage with the Brave Birds, so this will easily take them out, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Like, they knew they couldn't Poison Sting me down, so I guess it was the right play for them to shield their Vigoroth, but there was just nothing they could do. All right. Azumarill. So Azumarill leads 99% of the time right now. It's going to be Azumarill double Ghost. And it doesn't matter if they swap in Sableye or if they swap in their Marowak here, you're going to play it the same way. You're going to be building up and going for the Poison Fang baits. Because of, if you have a Shadow Nidoqueen, and this is where Shadow Nidoqueen's way better on this team, is it's going to get shields, right? Especially against the AWAC, but the Sableye is maybe not going to show the first Earth Power from a regular Nidoqueen, but with the Shadow, you're definitely going to be getting that shield. So we're going for the second bait here. We grab the second shield, and now we should be able to outpace to the Earth Power. This will be taking out this AWAC, and we just got switched. Our Goon is no longer aligned with this Azumarill, and we're going to be able to get some nice chip damage with these poison jabs as well. I was going to say poison stings, and then I was going to say fangs. Yeah, Pokemon not the most creative with their poison type attack names, right? It's always poison something, it seems like. Anyways, in the back, it's of course going to be the Sableye. Goon's coming in, triple resisting all these Shadow Claws. The return's gonna hurt, but it's not going to one-shot by any means, so we're going to be throwing these Night Slashes as we get them, keeping in mind that Azumarill is still alive, and we don't want them to be able to farm us down at any point, so I will be throwing this Night Slash before they get to the next foul play, and I want to go ahead. I try to undercharge to see if they'll take me out. It's enough to take them out anyways, but it's fine because we're going to make it to another Night Slash here just to stall the clock. And remember, we have a move ready to go on our Skarmory. So Skarmory's going to win CMP. We just needed to get this Azumarill into... Oh, we're actually not quite there. We're not quite there. So I think this was CMP, but we make it to the Brave Bird regardless. And that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. I definitely should have like no bubbled. The Night Slash against the Sableye would have made it a little bit better for me, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. We get the win. All right, into the next one. Up against a Walrein lead. So positive lead for Goon. Goon's kind of weird though, right? We're doing super effective with all the fighting type moves, but it's still not like completely one-sided. And here I go for the bait because I'm like, they got all this energy, they're going to shield, and they no shield. Cross Chop would have KO'd from there. I'm like 99.999% sure. But now we got to shield up the potential Earthquake, which we do. The fact they stayed in with Walrein tells me that they are ABA weak to Goon. So when they bring in the Nidoqueen, I immediately swap out into Skarm and I lure out these Sableye. So this is pretty good. We can chip away with these Sky Attacks and Goon can clean up. However, remember they still have a Nidoqueen, which means we're going to have to play a bait game at the end. So we'll go ahead and just eat everything that they throw right here. We can't really win this matchup per se, to be able to have our Skarm aligned with their Shadow Needle, or with their Needle Queen in general. So we're just going to take the loss here, but keep our shield. We're going to come in with Needle Queen and start getting ahead on energy, since they did have a few poison jabs themselves. I believe I'm one poison jab ahead right now, but I'm still going to go for the baits. Remember, they have no way to clear these defense drops, so if I need Goon to come in and close out the end game, I can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and respect the Earth Power right here, because really, I just want to get that last shield off them. Now, I think this is a little bit of a misplay. I think I should have just gone Earth Power, and I could have came in with Goon and just started spamming out some Night Slashes. But we do get the shield with the second Poison Fang, so we're going to come in with Goon now. Go for the Night Slash. They are double debuffed. That Night Slash does a lot of damage, and we're just going to outpace to the next one. So that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Again, guys, there's a lot of baiting. There is a lot of baiting, I'll admit, which is uncomfortable. But this team's been incredible for me. Like, what I have featured here is not even where I stopped climbing. I made it up to 2865 today, I believe. It's 2860s, I know. So it's just been non-stop positive sets. I had 4 out of 5 positive sets today, and the only set that was negative was still a 2-3, so I didn't lose a whole lot of points on it. So I highly recommend this team. The only thing for me is, number one, yes, it's very bait dependent, and number two, it's just kind of boring to me. Like, it's not the most exciting team, but it is one that you're going to be able to climb with pretty easily. So if you're looking for the climbs, go for it. If you're looking for exciting gameplay, I don't know. It's not necessarily a team that I'm like going to wake up and be like, yeah, let's go battle with this team. You know, I like my Shadow Meganium, like kind of bringing some spice and being able to one-shot things with the Frenzy Plant and the Earthquake. This team just doesn't have that. I mean, yeah, you got Shadow Needle Queen with Earth Power. You got Skarmory with Brave Bird. But to me, not near as fun. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about that. So I read that they might be weak to Skarm in the back, so we do go ahead and protect our Skarm, and then we come in with Needle Queen. Now they throw the Focus Blast to get some nice chip damage, and it definitely hurts. But at this point, I'm just going to farm down this Registeel. Yes, farm down the Registeel with double resisted poison jabs. Going to go ahead and shield up what they throw here, but knowing I can debuff whatever comes in, and it's going to be an Alolan Ninetales. So yes, these Poison Fangs would do massive damage. They have to shield them up. I'm going to be throwing on proper alignment, or not proper alignment, proper move timing here. Going for the next Poison Fang, getting the second shield. Do I make it to one more? Yeah, we do, because we threw at proper move timing. This will be taking out this A9. All they have left is the Registeel. I can quickly swap out into Goon, and we get to 3-ball against a Registeel lead. I mean, that did feel really good. So I guess there's still some really fun games, because Registeel can be challenging, right? The Focus Blast will one-shot a Goon. Even though Goon's doing super effective with all of its fighting type moves, like, it's not really a good matchup for Goon. It's not a good matchup for Skarmory either, and that's where we had a little hand for a lot of the game. So being able to win that definitely did feel good. Into the next one, Sableye. They bring out a Shadow Drapion. Now, maybe I should have immediately swapped into Skarm here, since we are double resisting all the poison type moves, but they get to the crunches so quickly and Skarm's so slow. I'm pretty sure I would have to two-shoot to win that matchup. So I stay in, I get some chip with the cross chop. Now I'm going to be coming in with Skarm now, and I'm just going to be committing to the farm down. If they come back in with Sableye, we will be able to threaten them with all the energy we have. Now they did get the defense drop there, which is a little unfortunate, but I'm still not really in Shadow Claw down range. I mean, I'm over half health, so I'm going to be building up to the Brave Bird, going for the Sky Attack. This will still do a lot of damage if it goes unshielded. Do they protect their Sableye? Yes, they do. So now I'm going to be building up again, and I wasn't even going to throw until I was close to the Brave Bird, but they throw immediately, so that's perfectly fine with me. Now our switch clocks are massively misaligned, so I am definitely waiting till my clock says 0 before coming back in with our Goon. Luckily my clock was up just as I was coming in, and it's a Venusaur in the back, Shadow Venusaur actually. So we definitely have to shield up everything that this Venusaur is going to be throwing. But that's fine. We're going to be outpacing to these Poison Fangs, and since we are both Shadow, I mean, it's going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, look at that. One more Poison Jab puts them into the red. We get the easy farm down. I wait there to give them a little bit extra damage. Really trying to stall my switch clock because I know that if the Sableye farmed me down, I would still be in trouble. But I'm just going to be going straight for the Poison Fangs. That way they have to throw energy before I get to the next Poison Fang. And they throw it immediately. So I'm just going to go ahead, let it go, come in with my Goon. All I have to do is get to 2 Night Slashes. I'm only 3 more counters away. And I think they know it because they let that Night Slash come through. And that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Will you be running this team? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. Definitely head over to Inadequence's channel. Give him a hit that subscribe button on his channel and check out his videos. Honestly, just watch how he plays. You will learn so much. All right, guys, that's it. Until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.